This is Jason Saulnier.
Jason?
Yes, how's it going?
Yeah, it's Uli.
How's it going, Uli?
Going well.
Uli Jon Roth is coming to Toronto, Canada, March 29th. Now, how did all this, become for a North American tour?
Well, this time, I've been to Toronto several times, and to Canada now on my last tours. But this time we're bringing a different a theme, a different concept. It's called the Ultimate Guitar Experience. And we're going out there with no less than 3 guitar virtuosos, and we're bringing an integrated show, So the 2 others, except for myself, will be Jennifer Batten, who is probably best known through her work with Michael Jackson and with Jeff Beck. And Andy Timmons is the other, who's also done quite a few things, and he's recently, I think, been in the Simon Phillips band and Danger Danger and all sorts of things. So we're playing it's quite a long integrated show, probably like 3 hours long. Each of us is playing their own set, and then towards the end we'll be all playing together and play some, not just jamming, but perform some songs together. And I'm really looking forward to it. We're playing several dates in Canada. We're also playing in Ottawa and Montreal and Vancouver. So, yeah.
Where did you get the idea to bring Jennifer Batten and Andy Timmons into this?
I've known Jennifer since, nigh on 10 years, I guess. We had some shows together in New Zealand, and then we toured together in Italy. And I really like her, not only as a person, she's great to be with on the road, which is important, You need to get on a personal level. But she's also a very interesting guitar player. She doesn't do run-of-the-mill stuff, so I find it very refreshing what she does, so to say. And, yeah, that's so when we were looking for guitar players for this particular tour, she was certainly one of the first names that came to my mind, because I know she brings a lot to the table, and she does a really good concert.
And Andy Timmons comes into this how?
Yeah, Andy is a great player. I've never really toured with him, but we've met, and I've heard his playing, and it's excellent, exceptional. I think he'll be a very, very strong addition to this ticket musically, and yeah, it should be good.
And Uli, what are you going to be presenting out of this, from your own perspective for this show, to add to this?
I'm playing a set which is will consist of a cross-section of my entire recording history, which was quite long, started in the early 70s, and so there will be quite a bit of Scorpions material from my Scorpions Revisited album, which came out last year, and we will play some Electric Sun songs, some of the best ones of the Electric Sun period, most of which I haven't played for ages, since the early 80s, I guess. And then there's also some guitar-based music from Transcendental Sky Guitar, and a couple of new pieces. So that's what we're doing. And what's also different on this tour is that we are, for the first time, actually opening the doors for the sound check. There are VIP passes available, and during the sound check, we're going to rehearse some of my new songs, and I thought it would be interesting for some of the audience to get a preview of some of that and see how we're actually working on that material. And at the same time, also during the sound check, we're also doing a brief acoustic set, maybe half an hour and it'll all be music that we're not playing during the concert, you know. And one of the reasons why I chose the idea of actually doing this during the sound checks, the rehearsals, is that I'm preparing a new album and I've got all these songs written, and to actually play them in public in front of an audience is extremely helpful to galvanize them and to just make them better for the recording. You know, I find that very helpful. So it's a two-way thing. You know, those who are interested get a chance to see what's next on the horizon and to see how it's done. You know, and we get the chance to actually play those songs in front of an audience. Although they're not yet in the totally finalized state, some of them, you know, it'll be a two-way thing. So, yeah.
Beautiful concept.
Yeah, and these passes are available on my website, which is ulijonroth.com. And I think it's a novel idea because usually when you get like VIP passes, you know, sometimes I always think it's like the way too expensive for what's on offer. You know, you get maybe a concert ticket, then you maybe get a T-shirt and a handshake and a photo. You know, so I usually think that sometimes the price doesn't seem very justified. So I thought if money is charged, then we better really offer something valuable, or what I think would be valuable, you know.
Right.
So that's how that idea came about.
Well, Uli Jon Roth, that is one heck of an idea. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I tell you, of the ones who already bought the passes, a lot of them are Canadians.
Wow.
I mean, it's one of the strongest territories, you know. So that's cool. We're looking forward to that one.
And you have to realize a lot of Canadians have supported you from, you know, all these years and believe in you.
Are. They've always been very supportive. It's one of my best territories, and I love playing there. It's a great audience, and we have a strong rapport. I'm also looking forward to coming to Vancouver for the first time now. I've been to Toronto several times, Montreal also, but never Vancouver, and you know, so that's a new one in terms of Canada for me. Apparently, it's very beautiful. Scorpions Revisited.
It's very good work on that album.
Great.
Good tone.
Thank you.
Very good work. Well, like that, thank you very much for taking the time, and have safe journeys, and good luck with this tour.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, and yes, good luck. It's always needed. And last time we were in Canada, the time before we got snowed in Montreal, we were not so lucky that time. But this time, I think we're there at a better time. We'll be there towards the end of March, and we stand a good chance that the snow won't be crushing us.
Yeah, and considering last year was the worst winter we've had in the last year.
Really? No, our problem was the year before, you know, but the weather's going crazy everywhere.
That's
Here
true.
In England, where I live, we didn't even have a winter. I mean, it's now February, and our cherry trees are already thinking it's spring, you know, they're in the beginning to be in bloom.
Wow.
They may be in for a rude awakening.
Wow.
And Canada obviously is the opposite, or has been the opposite.
Yeah. Well, Uli, you have a good one, and thank you again for taking this time. All right.
All right. Thanks for the interview. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.